Have you ever thought about how amazing breathing is? It's something we do without even thinking, but it's essential for life. Every time we breathe, we take in oxygen, which our bodies need to make energy. We breathe in air through our nose and mouth. It's better to breathe through your nose because it warms, moistens, and filters the air before it reaches your lungs. Remember, breathing is all about getting that precious oxygen to our cells. And guess what? When we breathe out, we get rid of carbon dioxide, which is a waste product of our cells. It's like our body's very own recycling system. So next time you take a breath, remember that you're doing something incredible. You're keeping your body fueled and ready for action. Now let's follow the journey of air as it travels from our nose and mouth down to our lungs. Imagine a superhighway for air inside your body. First stop, the throat or pharynx, a common passageway for both air and food. Then the air travels down the trachea, also known as the windpipe. The trachea branches out into two tubes called bronchi, one for each lung. Think of them as off-ramps on our airway superhighway. These bronchi keep branching out into smaller and smaller tubes called bronchioles, like side streets leading to houses. Finally, we reach the alveoli, tiny air sacs in the lungs where the magic happens. The alveoli are surrounded by tiny blood vessels called capillaries. This is where oxygen from the air we breathe in jumps into the bloodstream, and carbon dioxide from the blood jumps into the alveoli to be breathed out. Pretty neat, huh? Breathing isn't all about the air. It also involves some important muscles. Let's meet our breathing buddies, the diaphragm and the chest muscles. The diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle located below our lungs. When we breathe in, the diaphragm contracts and flattens, creating more space in the chest cavity for the lungs to expand. At the same time, the muscles between our ribs, called intercostal muscles, contract to pull the rib cage upward and outward. This expansion of the chest cavity further assists in drawing air into the lungs. When we breathe out, the diaphragm and chest muscles relax. The diaphragm returns to its dome shape, and the rib cage moves downward and inward, squeezing the air out of the lungs. It's like deflating a balloon. You know what's really cool about breathing? Your brain controls it automatically. A special part of the brainstem called the medulla oblongata is responsible for sending signals to the diaphragm and chest muscles, telling them when to contract and relax. But how does the medulla know when to tell the body to breathe? It's all thanks to chemoreceptors, tiny sensors in the brain and blood vessels that monitor the levels of carbon dioxide and oxygen in the blood. If carbon dioxide levels get too high, a signal is sent to the medulla, which tells the body to breathe faster and deeper to get rid of the excess carbon dioxide and take in more oxygen. On the other hand, if carbon dioxide levels are low, the medulla tells the body to slow down breathing. Isn't it amazing how our brains are constantly working behind the scenes to keep us breathing and alive? That's something to think about the next time you take a deep breath.